Shalom, everyone, and welcome to your second day of Biblical Hebrew. Today's letter is the letter Bet. Bet makes the sound of that is similar to the English letter B, as in boy, so it makes a B sound. But Bet also has a little secret. Bet has an alter ego. And his alter ego is Vet. Bet and Vet. So the letter Bet can make two sounds. It can make a B sound or a V sound. So in order to understand how this works, we're going to take a look at the English word circle. So we're going to take a look at the letter C in the word circle. At the beginning of the word, it makes an S sound, sir. And then in the middle of the word, it makes a k sound, kind of like K. So sir and k, circle. And that sounds kind of weird. And it's one of the annoying things about English, that you won't know when the letters are changing sometimes. You just gotta memorize it. And you're probably thinking, wait, does that mean you have to memorize it for the letter Bet? The answer is no, you don't have to memorize it for Bet. Because we're going to take a look at why. So something you should know, that the letter, when it makes a B sound, it's pronounced, the name of the letter is pronounced Bet, Bet. And if it's making a V sound, it's going to be called Vet. And as you probably noticed, the first letter of their names, the letter's name, tells you what sound it's going to make. And the way you're going to know the sound is by this little dot here called a dagesh. So this dagesh will only show up when this letter is going to make a B sound, when it makes a B sound. When there is no dot, it's going to make a V sound. And this may sound a bit confusing at first, but hopefully you can use this as an analogy. You can use a soccer goal, the net, as a way of remembering this. When the goal is like the letter Bet. When the ball, the dagesh, is inside the goal, it makes a B sound, B. When there is no ball in the goal, it makes a V sound, V. There you go. You can kind of see the letters. So, B with the ball, no ball, V. That's how you can remember it. So Bet and Vet. Now let's take a look at some examples of words where the letter is in here. So this is the letter Bet, and this is called a patach, this vowel. It's a new vowel you've seen. It's called patach. And the Bet makes the B sound, so you say B, you look down to the letter, it makes an A. So we'll go ba, and then we look over to the next consonant. Consonant. It makes an R sound, R. Hence why there's an R here. So you go R. So bar. And this word means sun. Remember the zigzag pattern? It's still the same. You go bar. So bar. This consonant and this vowel here makes it sound ba. When you add this consonant here, it goes bar. And that's how you read it. Now let's take a look at another word. This is the word lave. And we're going to see how to pronounce this. Is lamed, l. And you've seen this vowel before. This is tsere. Makes an A sound. So l, A. So lay. And then vet. Makes a V sound. V. Lave. And this word means heart. And it can mean inner self, mind, emotions, conscience, will, desire. It means basically like your innermost being sort of thing, like you're expressing your innermost being. So in English we kind of separate things, like saying the heart is the, like usually in English or in our kind of understanding, we think of heart as being the center of emotions. That's not the case in Hebrew. It can mean like your mind, your conscience, your will, or your desire. That's what heart can mean also. So when it says love God with all your heart, it doesn't mean just love God with your emotions. It means to love God with all of yourself, like your inner self, your mind, your emotions, your conscience, your will, your desires, to love Him with all of that. So that's all wrapped up in that one word, heart, which you can see why it's very difficult to translate that in English, because it means all those things. Okay. Next, you're going to know the club that Bet is a part of. And we already learned that Aleph is part of the Gutturals plus Resh Club. Bet is also part of a club. It's called the Begad Kifat Club. And yes, I know, it sounds absolutely weird and funny, but the reason why it sounds funny is because this is actually an acronym. And each of the letters here, see, Bet, the B, G, D, K, F, A, and then T, they all stand for a letter. The B, you probably have guessed so far, stands for the letter Bet. And this club, all letters that are part of this club are sound changing letters. So Bet is the first letter you've learned that changes sound. It makes a B sound, it makes a V sound. When it makes a B sound, we call it Bet. When it makes a V sound, as in van, V, it makes, it has the name Vet. So, as you can see, yep, these are all other letters that change sound. However, in modern Hebrew today, only 3 of those carry over the sound changing. These other letters, you just have to know them for grammar purposes, that they're part of this club, but they no longer make a different sound. They will not change sound. You will see them later on, don't worry. You don't have to know them now, but just know that you will only have to worry about 3 of them changing sound. Okay, now we're going to take a look at how to write the letter Bet. So you start with a horizontal line, then a vertical line, like this. Then you are going to do another horizontal line right at the bottom, like that. Then you're going to write the dagesh in the middle, like this. And then that's the letter Bet. Keep in mind that you should write this little tail. You'll find out later, because some letters in Hebrew may look similar, and if you don't keep an eye out for those little differences, you can get the letters mixed up. So remember, when you write the Bet out, you always have to include this little tail over here that sticks out. Okay? Right, now you're going to do the same thing for the letter. Well, it's the same letter, it's just different sound. Letter Vet. You're going to practice writing that out. As you write it out, say the name of the letter and say the sound, so that way you remember it. So you're going to write out the same thing, horizontal line, vertical line, then the next horizontal line, and there we go. Vet, V. And as you do it, write a row of it out and practice that. So do that with Bet, do that with Vet, then continue watching this video. And as you write the letters out, make sure you say the sound or name of the letter to remember it. Okay, next exercise. Just like the last lesson, you're going to try and find these letters in this first verse of Psalm 1. And just like last time, I'm going to remove the vowels for you so that it's easier for you to see the consonants, and that way you can find them a bit more easily. Okay, now I'm going to put the timer up, and you're going to try and see how many you can find. Ready, set, go. And time's up. So how many did you find? Let's see how many are here. We have one letter that makes a B sound. This is bet, B. And then we have vet. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We see 4 vets here. There we go. Now, it's a lot more common to see the letter bet show up in the beginning of a word, or sometimes it'll be in the middle of the word, but it's rare that you will see the letter vet in the beginning of a word. It's usually found in the middle of the word or at the end of the word. So just something to keep in mind. It's usually seen near the middle, as you can see, or at the end. Vet is commonly seen there. And bet is commonly seen at the beginning or starting the word. Okay? What you should know from watching this lesson, okay? You should know the name of the letter, bet. When it makes a B sound, vet. When it makes a V sound. The sound of the letters, you should know it makes a B for bet, V for vet. Okay? Transliteration, it will be transliterated as a B when it makes the B sound, and a V when it makes the V sound. What type of letter it is a consonant. The club, it is a Begad Kafat club. So this letter is part of the Begad Kafat letters. And so just like Aleph is part of the gutturals plus Resh club, Bet is from the Begad Kafat club. Okay? So this is what you should know as you're continuing on in the lessons. Okay? So I will see you in the next lesson where we learn the letter Gimel. So until then, Shalom and God bless.